I'm going to step off the limb now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
How I feel about the stalled, then ultimately shot down filibuster bill disguised as the voter protection bill called the For the People Act. And I know it sounds crazy coming from me, somebody who's spent 4 years pointing out the voter suppression tactics of the Red Party Republicans. And I don't know how long this victory is going to last, though, but heroes for now. West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin and Arizona Senator Christine Sinema, the only two Democrat holdouts that stalled the voting rights bill. I call them heroes in response to the titles of people's videos, titled to grab at people's heartstrings. Titles like this one from Roland Martin. Democracy is being systematically dismantled. McConnell opposes John Lewis Act. Manchin tanks H.R.1. Another one from Roland. Two Dems are in the way. Manchin and Sinema are holding American democracy hostage. From the Young Turks. Joe Manchin pledges to kill democracy. Benjamin Dixon and many others on social media saying Manchin don't care about the black vote. And they seem to be targeting Manchin for some reason. It almost looks like Christine might have caved to the pressure. I'll have to go look after I do this. Politics and politicians seem to have an innate need for bureaucracy and red tape. It's almost like a fetish for it that they have, I think. To make things simple and plain seems to be a sin to them. One strip of the red tape that's in the bill is making Election Day a national holiday. But if it's about protecting voting rights, who gives a damn about Election Day becoming a national holiday? Why put that in there? So what's my problem with this bill when I know about how Republicans been trying to Jim Crow voting rights and make voting a kind of privilege for only certain kinds of white people? Kind of like back when only the wealthy landowners could vote. And what Republicans been doing is not exactly like that, but it looks like they only want special classes of people to vote. So what's my problem?
The bottom line is the fundamental purpose of our democracy is the freedom of our elections. If we can't come to agreement on that, God help us, John, we must come together on a voting rights bill in a bipartisan way.
Well, as folks in Arizona know, I've long been a supporter of the filibuster because it is a tool that protects the democracy of our nation rather than allowing our country to ricochet wildly every 2 to 4 years back and forth between policies. Well, the filibuster was not created as a tool to accomplish one thing or another. It was created as a tool to bring together members of different parties to find compromise and coalition. The idea of the filibuster was created by those who came before us, the United States Senate, to create comity and to encourage senators to find bipartisanship and work together. So to those who say we must make a choice between the filibuster and X, I say this is a false choice. The reality is that when you have a system that's not working effectively, and I would think that most would agree that the Senate's not a particularly well-oiled machine, right? The way to fix that is to change your behavior. Not to eliminate the rules or change the rules, but to change your behavior.
They want to keep their ill behavior, so they figure that they'll just change the rules. My problem, in addition to the bureaucracy that got all kind of irrelevant junk in the bill, but the real thing is that they want to get rid of the filibuster. And yes, I understand that the filibuster is often used by some spoiled brats that couldn't get their way, so they'll use the filibuster to throw a monkey wrench in everybody's program. But the filibuster has also stopped people from passing all kinds of ridiculous legislation. And this is what the DNC wants to do. They want to get rid of the filibuster so they can pass all these woke laws and legislations that's just weird and even dangerous.